सा से सोहं रामदासा 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 सा से सोहं सर्वनिरंतर सर्वनिरंतर जी सर्वनिरंतर से
एक ओंकार सतगुर प्रसाद। श्री वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। जाप श्री मुखवाक पातशाही दसवीं। छपै छंद त्व प्रसाद। चक्र पहन अर बरन जात अर पात नहन जय। रूप रंग अर रेख पेख को कह न सकत कह। अचल मूर्त अनुभव प्रकाश अमितोज कहित जय। कोट इंद्र इंद्राण साह साहण गए जय। रे पवन मही सुर नार असुर नेत नेत बण तृण कह। तब सर्व नाम कथा कवन कर्म नाम भरनत सुमत। भुजंग प्रयात छंद। नमस्तुंग काले नमस्तुंग कृपाले नमस्तंग रूपे नमस्तंग अनूपे नमस्तंग प्रेखे नमस्तंग अलेखे नमस्तंग काये नमस्तंग जाये नमस्तंग गंजे नमस्तंग भंजे नमस्तंग नामे नमस्तंग ठामे नमस्तंग कर्मं नमस्तंग कर्मं नमस्तंग नामं नमस्तंग धामं नमस्तंग जीते नमस्तंग अभीते नमस्तंग बाहे नमस्तंग टाहे नमस्तंग अनिले नमस्तंग अनादे नमस्तंग छेदे नमस्तंग गादे नमस्तंग गंजे नमस्तंग पंजे नमस्तंग उदारे नमस्तंग पारे नमस्तंग सोएकाय नमस्तंग अनेकाय नमस्तंग भूते नमस्तंग जुबे नमस्तंग कर्मे नमस्तंग निर्भरमे नमस्तंग निर्देशे नमस्तंग निर्पेशे नमस्तंग निर्नामे नमस्तंग निर्कामे नमस्तंग निर्गाते नमस्तंग निर्गाते नमस्तंग निर्दूते नमस्तंग भूते नमस्तंग लोके नमस्तंग सोके नमस्तंग निर्तापे नमस्तंग अथापे नमस्तंग कृमाने नमस्तंग निधाने नमस्तंग गाहे नमस्तंग अवाहे नमस्तंग त्रिवर्गे नमस्तंग सर्गे नमस्तंग प्रभोगे नमस्तंग सुजोगे नमस्तंग रंगे नमस्तंग भंगे नमस्तंग गम्मे नमस्तस्तरम्मे नमस्तंग जलाश्रे नमस्तंग निराश्रे नमस्तंग जाते नमस्तंग पाते नमस्तंग नमस्ते नमस्तस्ते आदेशंग देशे नमस्तंग पेसे नमस्तंग निर्कामे नमस्तंग निर्वामे नमो सर्व काले नमो सर्व दयाले नमो सर्व रूपे नमो सर्व भूपे नमो सर्व खापे नमो सर्व थापे नमो सर्व काले नमो सर्व पाले नमस्तस्त देवाय नमस्तंग अपेवाय नमस्तंग जन्मे नमस्तंग सुबने नमो सर्व गौने नमो सर्व पाने नमो सर्व रंगे नमो सर्व पंगे नमो काल काले नमस्तस्त दयाले
नमस्तं न वर्णे नमस्तं न मर्णे
नमस्तं जरारं नमस्तं कृतारं
नमो सर्वतन्ने नमो सत्त्वबन्धे
नमस्तं निर्साके नमस्तं निर्वाके
नमस्तं रहीमे नमस्तं करीमे
नमस्तं अनन्ते नमस्तं महन्ते
नमस्तरागे नमस्तं सौभागे
नमो सर्वसौखं नमो सर्वभोगं
नमो सर्वकर्ता नमो सर्वहर्ता
नमो जोग जोगे नमो भोग भोगे
नमो सर्वज्ञाने नमो सर्वपाले
चात्रि छंद त्वप्रसाद अरूप है अनूप है अजू है अपूर्व है
अनेक है अनेक है नाम है काम है
अते है अपे है अजीत है अपीत है
मान है निधान है त्रिवर्ग है असर्ग है
अनील है अनाद है अजय है आजाद है
अजन्म है अवर्ण है अभूत है अवर्ण है
अगंज है अपंज है अचूज है अचंज है
अमीक है रफीक है अखंड है अभंग है
त्रिभुज है असूज है अकाल है अजाल है
अल्लाह है अजा है अनंत है महंत है
अलीक है नृसिक है नृलंब है असंभ है
अगम्य है अजन्म है अभूत है अशुभ है
आलोक है अशोक है अकर्म है अपरम है
अजीत है अतीत है अबा है अगा है
अमान है निधान है अनेक है फिर एक है अमान है निधान है अनेक है फिर एक है पुजं प्रयाच्छन्द नमो सर्व मान्य समस्ति निधाने नमो
नमो देव देवे अपेक्षीय देवे
नमो काल काले नमो सर्व पाले
नमो सर्व गौणे नमो सर्व गौणे
अनंगी अनाथे नृसंगी प्रमाथे
नमो पान पाने नमो मन मने
नमो चंद्र चंद्रे नमो पान पाने
नमो गीत गीते नमो तन तने
नमो नृत्य नृत्य नमो नाद नादे
नमो पान पाने नमो गाद गादे
अनंगिया नामे समस्ति स्वरूपे
प्रभंगी प्रमाते समस्ति विभूते
कलंक बिना ने कलंकी स्वरूपे
नमो राज राजेश्वर परम रूपे
नमो जोग जोगेश्वरं परम सिद्धे
नमो राज राजेश्वर परम वृद्धे
नमो शस्त्र पाणे नमो अस्त्र माणे
नमो परम ज्ञाता नमो लोक माता
अपेखिया परमिया भोगिया पुगते
नमो जोग जोगेश्वर परम जुगते
नमो नित्य नारायणे क्रूर कर्मे
नमो प्रेत अप्रेत देवेश धर्मे
नमो रोग हरता नमो राग रूपे
नमो शाह शाहं नमो भूप भूपे
नमो दान दाने नमो मान माने
नमो रोग रोगे नमस्तं सदाने
नमो मंत्र मंत्रं नमो जंत्र जंत्रं
नमो इष्ट इष्टे नमो तंत्र तंत्रं
सदा सच्चिदानंद सर्वं प्रणासी
अरूपे अरूपे समस्तं निवासी
सदा सिद्धदा बुद्धदा वृद्धु कर्ता
अदूर्ध अर्धं अगं मोग हर्ता
परम परम परमेश्वरं प्रोच्छ पालं
सदा सर्वदा सिद्ध दाता दयालु
अछेदीय पेदीय नामं अकामं
समस्तो पराजय समस्त धाम
तेरा जोर चाचरी छंद जले हैं थले हैं अपीत हैं अपे हैं
प्रभु है अजू है आदेश है देश है
भुजंग प्रयात छंद अगाधे अबाधे आनंदी स्वरूपे
नमो सर्वमाने समस्ति निधाने
नमस्त्वं निर्नाथे नमस्त्वं प्रमाथे
नमस्तं गंजे नमस्तं गंजे
नमस्त्वं काले नमस्त्वं पाले
नमो सर्वदेशे नमो सर्ववेशे
नमो राज राजे नमो साज साजे
नमो शाह शाहे नमो माह माहे
नमो गीत गीते नमो प्रीत प्रीते
नमो रोग रोके नमो शोक शोके
नमो सर्व रोगे नमो सर्व भोगे
नमो सर्व जीतं नमो सर्व भीतं
नमो सर्व ज्ञानं नमो परमतानं
नमो सर्व मंत्रं नमो सर्व जंत्रं
नमो सर्व दृश्यं नमो
Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to your morning, your new day, your second practice of your month dedication for May. So finding your tall spine, maybe just taking a couple of little adjustments with the body, just so that your spine can settle in a nice tall position. So maybe a couple of rolls of the head, maybe the wrist, maybe the neck and the shoulders. And then finding your tall spine with the hands on the knees, but the palms rest up towards the sun. Close the eyes, but actively roll the eye optic nerve gaze up to the third eye. And this morning, before we do anything, just start to connect with that internal world without any judgment, manipulation of the answer or fear. Just notice the state of your mind as you have risen from last night's sleep. Notice if there's any particular thoughts, colours, temperature, sensations, feelings, emotions that are particularly present. Notice how the energy is, whether your energy feels stable, slightly low, or maybe a little bit unbalanced. Keeping the eyes rolled up, just connect to a natural breath in and out of the nose. And then make some slight adjustments. So roll the coccyx under as if you're trying to hide a tail. Pick your navel in towards the spine and then lift it up towards the heart. Feeling the shoulder blades pinch together, they pull down towards the ground. Your hands gently lift off the knees and they rub in front of your heart space, like you're charging your heart space. Feel the nerves on your fingertips start to wake up and keep the eyes rolled up at all times. Feel that energy that you're creating by activating your nerves in your physical body. Your energetic body is also engaging with this activity. So just feel the constant pull of energy up and down with this rub of the palms. Sparking up that inner light before your day starts. Bring your hands to your prayer heart center, push your thumbs into your chest bone, push your palms to meet each other with some slight pressure. Your elbows draw one perfect line from elbow to elbow of energy. Take a deep breath into the base of the belly. At the top of the breath, you hold the breath. You squeeze the bum, you squeeze the navel. Unless you're pregnant, never engage the navel. Otherwise, we push the hands together. We push the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Keep lifting up with the eyes and the navel. Exhale, let the breath go. 2 more. Deep breath in through the nose, charging the full body to the depths of the belly. At the top of the breath, you show the body there is some space it cannot feel by squeezing the navel in, lifting it up, pushing the palms together, eyes stay up, tongue on the roof of the mouth. Soften the shoulders, soften the jaw. Exhale, let it go. Last one. Take a deep breath in. This time, as you hold the breath, squeeze and let the prana do the work. Let it go into the corners of your mind and your heart and feel the honor of holding another breath. It's the reason why we're still alive. And then exhale, gently let the breath go. Roll the eyes up a little bit more. Sit with your intention this morning of why you come to practice, why you signed up for this month, what light you need, what clarity you need, or maybe just what stable discipline and routine that you need to stay on track. We start with our tune-in, making sure that we remind ourselves with a language that the mouth and the mind can't speak, can't understand analytically, but it can feel the vibration. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to my inner teacher. I bow to my infinite, no limits amount of intuition and light. I bow to my ability to go from dark to light, to process the emotions so they don't become stuck, and to constantly come back to that state of light. Making the sound from the navel, using the breath to charge 3 times. Deep breath into the base of the belly, the biggest breath you've taken so far. You hold the breath at the top. You squeeze the palms, you squeeze the navel. You let the mantra keep working. Silently say Ong Namo Gurudev Namo, Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Exhale, let the breath go. Allowing with every depth of your heart and mind for the next mantra to protect you like an invisible bubble. We don't need to trust it with the analytical mind. We need to trust it with the heart. So let the mind do what it does and let this vibration protect you, joining in with the sounds to the best of your ability.
Adgure Name, Jagadgure Name, Sadgure Name, Sri Gurudeva Name, Adgure Name, Jagadgure Name, Sadgure Name, Sri Gurudeva Name, Adgure Name, Jagadgure Name, Sadgure Name, Sri Gurudeva Name.
Charge the full body with a deep breath in, and then at the top of the breath, when you feel like you're full, take one more sip. Hold, squeeze every part of the spine as if you're squeezing toothpaste from the base of your spine to the top of the head. Push the palms in, push the tongue on the roof of the mouth so you stay grounded. And then exhale, let the breath go. Coming straight to our ego eradicator, making sure this morning is run by prana and we have enough prana in the body. Your thumbs are active, your fingers are into the pads of the hands, your elbows are straight and your thumbs are creating a funnel as if you're welcoming in that light from above. Your eyes are rolled up towards that third eye. Anyone on their bleed or pregnant does a long deep breath. Otherwise, it's a fast breath of fire. Elbows are locked, hands stay active, don't let them become slack. Breathe out of the nose with the focus and the inhale will happen naturally. We're just here for 1 minute, so give it all you've got in this breath of fire. Nearly there. Elbows are straight. Finish stronger than you started. Thumbs are active. Fingers are pressed into the pads of the hands. Eyes are rolled up. Breath of fire is equal but fiery. deep breath in through the nose. Bring the thumbs to touch above the head. Interlock the thumbs, release the fingers, spread and reach. Reach as tall as you can. Squeeze the bum, squeeze the navel. Spread the fingers. Really, really reach, 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 reach. As you exhale, your hands are like little sieves and they work through that aura, either side of your body. Letting the hands fall to the knees, palms faced up, eyes stay closed. This morning, we're going to work on our stress response. So for a second, just noticing with grace and gratitude, any times that your mind has given you a signal it is low on energy, there is something not quite working, and we become imbalanced. So we become snappy, we worry, we project our fears, we think the worst case scenario, whether we say them out loud or not, there is some kind of presence for these internally. We're going to work on our adrenal glands. So just with your eyes closed, feeling into the back of your spine at the lower part, where your kidneys are either side of your lower back. You have a small adrenal gland at the top of the kidneys. This is the secretion of your adrenaline. So this is not something we get to choose. This is a chemical state. When the body releases adrenaline, it goes into a chemical reaction. So we need our adrenals to be working for us. And quite often, a lot of us are in adrenal burnout. So the mind can go to the negative place without choice. So as you blink your eyes open, I want you to really use, there's quite a few poses in this morning's practice. I'm excited for this one, but we're not going to be in each one for very long at all. So I want you to use as much effort as you can in the practice, but with the breath. And every breath you take is taking you back to the stability. It's nourishing the adrenal glands by going back to that safe place, that home, that light, whatever works for you. Just imagine yourself coming back there with the breath. You're going to start with the hands in your lotus. Your little fingers touch and your thumbs touch. So the three fingers of the middle are creating a flower. As you inhale, you take the arms out as if you're pushing the hands away from you. You're pushing the air away from you with the palms. As you exhale, thumbs and little fingers come to touch. Again, we're not here for long. So in through the nose, out through the nose. When you're ready, start. Feel the thumbs and the pinkies touch as you come back to touch at your heart space. Eyes are closed, but they're rolled up towards the third eye. Use the breath and straighten the elbows. Little bit deeper, finishing with a stronger breath, strong elbows, elbows locked, active hands as they push away, feel them connect to the heart lotus. Take a deep breath in, take the hands all the way out, hold at the top, push, 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 squeeze the bum, squeeze the navel, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And exhale, bring it in. Straight away, we take the hands with the little fingers. We interlock the pinkies, so the little fingers cross each other, and then they come below the navel. So your belly button is your navel. You come just below this navel point, whichever way you want with the hands, left on top of right or right on top of left. Interlock the pinkies and pull the pinkies away. So your both hands are actively pulling the pinkies away from each other. We're below the navel. Breath of fire, unless you're pregnant or you're bleeding, you do long, deep breath. Otherwise, it's a breath of fire. And you're going to very gently and subtly lift the little fingers up and down. Only a couple of inches. I'm not even that, sorry. Only a couple of centimeters, maybe even just 1 inch. With the eyes closed, breath of fire. And gently just lift the pinkies up and down. But as you do this, you're pulling the pinkies away. Eyes closed. going. Your breath of fire is equal in, equal out of the nose. Your eyes are closed but roll to the third eye. Your pinkies pull apart from each other. You move up and down. You're clearing that adrenal gland channel.
Hare Ji, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ji. Hare Ji, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ji. Hare Ji, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ji.
Keep going. Each time the pull loosens, tighten it, pull the pinkies away. Really use the breath. And then take one deep breath in through the nose. Pull the pinkies as much as you can. You should feel a slight pull in the elbows, the shoulders, and the lower back. If you don't worry, just do your best. Exhale, let the breath go. Hands come to the knees, palms face down, this time with a straight elbow. So you're nice and purposeful with the spine and the arms are straight. You make an O with the mouth, but it's very pierced. So it's like you've got a straw and a really tight straw with the mouth. You're going to breathe in and out of the mouth, called cannon breath, but you're going to make sure that your cheeks don't flare out. So don't make the circle with the mouth so big that you puff the cheeks out. We don't want that. We want the opposite. Cheeks stay in. Eyes can be closed over the tip of the nose this time. Your cannon breath, your breath out is really expelling all of that stagnant stuff that the body is storing, which feels stressful. And we don't know what it is with the mind. That's why we keep hold of it, because we don't understand it with the conscious mind. It's in the subconscious. So the body holds it, stores it. So this is what you're moving out the body. So we've got to be a bit powerful with this breath. Not too long.
Hare Ji, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ji. Hare Ji, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ji. Hare Ji, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ji.
Keep going. Remember, we're not in each pose for long this morning, so we've got to make it count. We're not asking much of the body in the long term, but immediately we're asking it to go into the breath, to clear the adrenal glands so your mind can be clear, because it's not pulling for your sleeve for some deep-rooted fear. It's not exhausted from a stress response of what happens around you. Clear it with the breath this morning. No puffing of the cheeks. Don't let the breath go into the cheeks. Take one deep breath in through the mouth. At the top of the breath, you hold. It's an honor and a privilege to hold the prana in the breath. So hold it in the depths of your spine. Squeeze the bum, tuck the tailbone, soften the shoulders, the jaw, the teeth, and the cheeks. Exhale, let the breath go. Straight away, we lift the left hand up. We take the left palm behind the body. The palm faces away from you, so the back of the hand is touching your lower back. So your left palm faces the back of the mat. With your right hand, you take it towards the front of the mat. With the right palm, you very gently take the right palm up, so your wrist is bent. You take the right elbow so it's straight and find a place for the arm. So ideally the hand isn't above the head, nor is it down below the navel. It's around about the center of the center of them 2 points, but your hand is higher than your shoulder. So don't put it out straight. The hand is slightly higher at an angle. You're going to hold this position. You're going to have the eyes open, really important. We're trying to stimulate the optic nerve so we can release things from the optic nerve. We're going to use the mantra Hare, H-A-R-E. If you did last month's April course, then you know Hare, you know the sound very well. If not, it's your first time, then get familiar with it. H-A-R-E, Hare. We open the eyes as wide as possible. So pick one thing to look at. Keep the hands where they are. Keep the right elbow straight. Keep the left hand pushed into the lower back with some very gentle pressure. And out loud, you're going to say, Hare, Hare, eyes wide open. Hare, Hare.
Har, 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 har.
Keep going, but eyes are as wide as possible. Your hara is from the navel. As you say hara, squeeze the navel in and up.
Har, 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 har.
Take a deep breath in through the nose. Keep the hands where they are and squeeze, but open the eyes as wide as possible. We want that optic nerve to be open, to be engaged, to be fueled at that fire, that light. Exhale, let the body go. The next pose might be challenging for some people. Just do your best. It's called a body drop. So you're going to take the hands either side of the body. Traditionally, we've come into full lotus, so the legs on top of the opposite thigh. And you're just going to drop the body, literally what it says on the tin. So you're going to lift up with the hands. The body comes off the mat, and then you're going to drop. So we're just going to do a few of these. So close the eyes and just drop the body in whatever way you can. Even if you can't get the body off the mat, just try your best and visualize yourself. But as you drop the body, you're going to feel a shudder through the spine. Couple more. Using the breath as well. And then gently release. Bring the legs back into a cross-legged position. You're going to wrap your hands around your lotus, so around your part, the solar plexus part, but with the closed lotus. So you're going to take the left hand, the left palm is going to touch your solar plexus, so just above the navel. Your right hand is going to push onto the back of the left wrist. So your right hand pushes on the back of your left wrist. So it's the front of the wrist, the top of the hand. You close the eyes and you do long, deep breath. Both hands are pushed into that solar plexus above the navel. Long, deep breath. Eyes are closed.
Har, 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 har.
Sorry, and lock the neck, which means you pull the head back and then you drop the chin to the chest, so you're looking down. Keep going with the long, deep breath. Not too long here.
Har, 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 har.
Gently release the pose. Take the feet out in front of you. We're just going to stretch into the legs this morning with a slight bit of movement for the back of the legs. You're going to straighten the legs and you're going to bring the toes towards you. You're going to take the hands out and you're going to come back with an inhale. Take your head behind take your neck and your spine back further than the hips. And as you exhale, you come forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. Use the breath and keep the legs as straight as possible.
head, 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 head.
Just a couple more, but use the breath. If the breath isn't deep, we're not clearing the energy out. And that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It doesn't mean your stress response is wrong. It means it's a waste of your light. It's a waste of your energy. It's actually telling you something else that your body wants to know. But so breathe into that part of the body. And then gently come back to a tall spine. Take one deep breath in. Squeeze every part of the body as if your body is trying to lift off the mat. And then exhale, let the breath go. You're very quickly going to come onto the mat and you're just going to reset the pelvis. You're going to bend the knees. You're going to bring the body down. You're going to do a couple of pelvic lifts, which means that your feet are onto the mat, your knees are bent. You're going to inhale, you're going to lift your pelvis to the floor and you're going to exhale down. Eyes closed. Inhale, lift the pelvis, exhale down. As you lift the pelvis, feel all that fresh blood flow go into the lower back, your adrenal glands. A little bit more physical movement with this one so that we can actually feel the chemical shift and make sure our adrenals are balanced. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. One more. Inhale, push the pelvis up and exhale down. Gently bring yourself onto your side. Push yourself all the way up. Let's go onto our hands and knees. Just one last thing before we start to settle. We inhale, we take the right foot back. We exhale, we bend the knee in towards the chin. We inhale, we take it back. We exhale, we bring it in. Inhale back, look up, C-shape the spine. Exhale, bring the navel in, bring the knee to the chin. One more. Inhale out and exhale in. Drop the right foot. Inhale the left foot out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Really pushing the spine toward the navel towards the floor, C-shaping that spine so you can get into the nooks and the crannies of the lower back. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out, last one, and then gently back. Drop the hands and the elbows, and just for 1 second, just come forward with the spine and back. Just resetting that pelvis. And then gently come back. Come back onto your bum. Take your right leg in front of your left. Close the eyes when you're ready. Just be still for a second. With your eyes rolled up towards your third eye, just start to ask your internal world for any clarity you need today. So your mind can be a peaceful place to be, whether we control our stress response or not, acknowledging what's really happening internal, whether it comes into an actual word, a response, a trigger, a snappiness, a negative comment, a judgment, a shame comment. Whether there is any internal thoughts which live in this vibration. Acknowledging these thoughts don't define you, they're just a signal that there is something in our hearts that really wants to be felt. So we don't project onto other people, we allow it all to happen onto the mat, so we control our response for the rest of the day with light. You take your left hand in front of your heart space. You don't touch the body. Your left hand is a few inches away, so it's blessing your heart. Your right hand comes to the side of your body with your palm face forward. I want you to sit with grace and with caliber because you've completed a physical practice this morning. This takes caliber. It takes awareness. It takes a bit of light in the tank to make sure that you turn up and don't hit snooze. With your eyes closed, you're going to roll them to the top of that third eye, that forehead, the middle of the forehead, sorry, your third eye. You're going to sit with a long, deep breath. And as you breathe in, you're going to visualize that breath going all the way to the center of the chest. And you're going to visualize the breath feeding that left palm. As you breathe out, you're going to imagine that breath coming all the way back in through the left palm. And you're going to imagine the breath leaving from the right palm. So you visualize the breath going into the nose, charging the heart space, feeling the heat this creates to the left palm. And as you exhale out the mouth, visualize the breath leaving the right palm, getting rid of anything that needs to go. Sit with the breath and sit with the heart.
Satnarayan Vaheguru Hari Narayan Satnam Satnarayan Vaheguru Hari Narayan Satnam Satnam Satnarayan Vaheguru Hari Narayan Satnam Satnarayan Vaheguru Hari Narayan Satnam.
Finishing by sitting a little bit taller, rolling the eyes up, keeping the hands where they are and deepening the breath. The breath is the reason why we are alive. The breath is the gateway from the mind to the divine, to that infinite place of safety, trust, belief, without having to convince anyone else, without even having to debate it. Especially with our own minds, trusting in the heart, send the breath to the depths of the heart the last couple of times.
Satnam Satnarayan Vaheguru Hari Narayan Satnam Satnarayan Vaheguru Hari Narayan Satnam Satnam.
As you keep going, I want you to give yourself grace, gratitude, and forgiveness for the times that you have believed the negative thoughts in your mind, for the time you have believed the self-sabotage, the low-limiting beliefs, for the time that you have not listened to the body because the mind has told you you need to be somewhere else, so you need to stick to a commitment. Send the breath into the depths of the heart and give yourself the light that the heart is asking for before the day has even started, so we don't seek externally. And then as you keep going with the breath, I want you to imagine you're taking the breath in for someone else. It may be a person that comes to mind. It may be a stranger. But acknowledge this practice is not about your ego. It is about you feeling your light, but it's also about the collective. So making sure we realize that our pain and our struggles are not bigger than anyone else's. Our collective light is what we focus on, making sure that we've each got our own individual light with the breath. Imagine you're sending that breath to someone who needs the reminder, someone who needs the practice, someone who needs the tools. Keeping the eyes closed with intuition, move both of your hands to a part of your body that needs some extra light, some extra calm and some extra peace. Hold your hands there, take a couple of deep breaths in and out. And then rubbing your palms in front of your heart space. Notice how you feel compared to when the alarm went off this morning. The mind will be your biggest challenge this month, especially as the alarm goes off. Your practice this month is noticing the other sound in your mind, that light, that inner narrative that doesn't analyze how we're going to feel in the moment. It trusts how we're going to feel as we create space with the practice. Hands come to your prayer heart center. You sit a little bit taller than when you started. You sit a little bit prouder with an open heart. You take a deep breath into the depths of the belly. At the top, you hold, you push the palms together, your eyes roll up, your tongue on the roof of the mouth, your anus, sex organs, and navel squeeze in and up. You root down by pushing the palms together. and feeling your sitting bones in the ground. Exhale, let it go. Finishing with Satnam, your true nature is not stress. It's not an inner critic. It's not a busy mind. It's not a need to be somewhere. Your inner state, your true self is your truth, your light, focusing on the solution, not the problem, focusing on the connection, not the disconnection, and focusing on the clarity, not the confusion of the mind. Deep breath to charge. No. As always, if you have time and space, staying in this meditative state that you have created from your practice, nobody else. Otherwise, taking this glow off the mat for the rest of your day, rippling it into your life, and please repeat this practice as many times as you can. This is a really powerful practice for them adrenal glands. The adrenals don't work, then the mind's going to struggle. So let's clear the adrenals of any of that excess energy and make sure they're working for us. Have a beautiful, beautiful sunny day. Satnam.
Satnarayan Vaheguru Hare Narayan Satnam Satnarayan Vaheguru Hare Narayan Satnam Satnarayan Vaheguru Hare Narayan Satnam Satnarayan Vaheguru Hare Narayan Satnam